Have you ever caught yourself reaching for a chair or the wall while walking across the room, not because you were dizzy, but because you just didn't feel steady on your feet? Maybe it happened in the kitchen while carrying a plate, or during a walk when the sidewalk felt oddly uneven, even though it wasn't. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many people notice changes in their balance after the age of 70, and while it might feel frustrating or even scary at times, the good news is this isn't something you have to accept as a normal part of aging. You can do something about it. Let's have a little heart-to-heart here. Losing your balance isn't just inconvenient, it can be dangerous. A small wobble can turn into a fall, and a fall can mean broken bones, long recovery times, and even a loss of independence. But here's the truth that most people don't talk about. Balance is like a muscle. It weakens if we don't train it, but it improves when we pay attention to it. So why does balance get worse after 70? Well, it's a combination of things. As we age, our muscles naturally lose strength, especially in the legs and core. Our joints become stiffer. The nerves that tell our brain where we are in space, that sense is called proprioception, start to fade a bit. Even our vision and inner ear, the two major players in balance, can lose sharpness. But none of this is irreversible. The body is incredibly adaptable, even in our 70s, 80s, and beyond. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 very simple exercises you can do at home. No equipment, no gym, no complicated routines to improve your balance. These aren't just moves to help you stand up straighter. They're designed to help you move with confidence, reduce your risk of falling, and feel more in control of your body again. But before we get into the movements themselves, let's first talk about how we can gently wake up those muscles and systems that support balance. Imagine your body as a well-trained orchestra. When we were younger, all the sections, the muscles, the joints, the inner ear, the eyes, played in perfect harmony. But as we age, some of those instruments start missing their cues. Our job now is to remind them of their parts and bring them back into sync. Let's start with something incredibly simple: standing on one foot. It might sound almost silly, right? But don't underestimate its power. This small action activates your ankle joints, leg muscles, and even your brain. Here's how to try it safely. Stand next to a sturdy chair or kitchen counter. Gently lift one foot a few inches off the ground while keeping your eyes focused straight ahead. Don't look at your feet, that actually makes it harder. Try to hold it for 10 seconds. If you need to, touch the chair lightly with your fingertips, then switch legs. Do this a few times on each side. You might feel a bit wobbly at first, and that's okay. That wobble means your body is relearning how to adjust and stay upright. With time and daily practice, those wobbles get smaller and your confidence gets bigger. Now, once you've warmed up with that, let's move on to a gentle movement that works wonders for your hips and legs. Heel-to-toe walking. This one is fantastic for retraining your balance and coordination. Picture yourself walking on a tightrope. One foot in front of the other, heel touching the toe of the other foot. Again, use a hallway or walk alongside a wall for support. Take 10 slow, careful steps. Focus on the feeling of your foot rolling from heel to toe, and don't rush it. What you're doing here is more than just walking. You're retraining your nervous system to coordinate movement and posture at the same time, something that naturally slips away if we don't practice it. Think of it as reconnecting those little messages between your brain and your feet. You might be wondering, how often should I do these? The beauty is you don't need a big block of time. A few minutes once or twice a day can make a huge difference. Like brushing your teeth or drinking water, balance exercises should be part of your daily rhythm. Not a chore, but a gift to yourself. You see, we often hear about cardio or strength training, But balance training is just as vital. It gives you back that sense of stability, of control, of freedom. And when you feel more secure on your feet, everything else gets better. Walking outside becomes less stressful. Climbing stairs isn't as intimidating. Even getting up from a chair feels easier. And if you're thinking, but I've never been very athletic, let me stop you right there. These exercises aren't about athleticism. They're about awareness. They're about taking 5 minutes of your day to remind your body, hey, I'm still here. I still want to move and I still want to live fully. Now, as we ease into this journey together, and you begin to feel those small shifts, more steadiness when you reach for that coffee mug, more confidence when you walk through the garden, you've already taken the first important step, simply standing on one foot and walking heel to toe. These aren't just movements. They're signals to your brain and muscles that you're ready to engage with your body again on your own terms. And every step you take toward better balance brings you closer to greater freedom and confidence in your daily life. Now let's keep that momentum going by waking up the often overlooked muscles that stabilize us with every movement, especially the ones in your hips and core. One of the most effective exercises for this is something called the side leg raise. But don't let the name intimidate you. It's as simple as it sounds. Stand behind a sturdy chair and place your hands gently on the backrest. Keep your feet hip-width apart and your back straight. Slowly lift one leg out to the side, just a few inches off the ground. Hold it for a second or two, then lower it slowly. Do this about 10 times on each leg. What this does is engage the muscles on the side of your hips and thighs. These are the same muscles that help you stay steady when you turn, step sideways, or catch yourself when you lose footing. You might notice some shakiness or stiffness the first few times you try this. That's normal. You're reactivating muscles that may have been underused for years. The more you do it, the more responsive and supportive they become. Let's take it a step further. You're already doing these exercises standing, so why not try one that strengthens both your legs and your coordination at the same time? This next one is called the march in place. It's a classic, and there's a reason it's used in rehab programs around the world. It's simple, gentle, and surprisingly powerful. Here's how you do it. Stand tall with your feet shoulder width apart. You can stand near a chair or countertop if you need support. Now lift one knee up as if you're marching, then lower it and lift the other. Go slowly. Focus on lifting your foot fully off the ground, and try to avoid leaning too much to either side. Do this for about 30 seconds to a minute, and here's the magic. Once you feel comfortable, try doing it without holding on to anything. That little challenge of balance will force your body to engage deeply, especially in your core and lower back. Now let's talk about something most people overlook entirely. The ankles. Yes, your ankles. These joints play a huge role in how we stabilize ourselves with every step. Weak ankles can make you feel like the ground is always shifting underneath you. One of the easiest ways to improve ankle strength and mobility is to do ankle circles. Sit comfortably in a chair with your back straight. Lift one foot off the floor and slowly rotate your ankle clockwise, then counterclockwise. Do this about 10 times in each direction for each foot. It may seem small, but this simple movement reawakens the flexibility and strength in your feet and ankles. It's especially useful for people who feel stiff when getting out of bed or experience that strange sense of instability when standing after sitting for too long. Now you might be thinking, this is great, but how do I know if it's working? That's a fair question, and the answer is simple. You'll start noticing tiny improvements in your everyday movements. You might find it easier to get dressed without sitting down. You may walk across uneven ground with more confidence. Or you may just feel less anxious when standing in the shower. or reaching for something on a high shelf. These are the wins we're after. Not flashy or dramatic, but meaningful in the ways that matter most to you. And here's something else worth remembering. Consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need to exhaust yourself. You don't have to break a sweat. What truly brings change is showing up day by day with intention and care. Even if it's just for 5 or 10 minutes, the body appreciates every bit of attention you give it, and it rewards you with strength, steadiness, and resilience. Now, while these exercises are simple, don't mistake them for being ineffective. In fact, because they're easy to perform, you're more likely to keep doing them, and that's exactly what your body needs. They work with your natural rhythm, not against it. No gym memberships, no heavy weights, no fancy equipment. Just you, your willingness to move, and the quiet determination that lives inside of you. Think about how empowering it feels to walk without fear, to stand and cook in your kitchen without feeling like you might have to grab the counter, to stroll through the garden or enjoy a family outing without that constant worry about tripping or falling. That sense of control, that's what you're rebuilding right now. Every time you choose to practice one of these movements, you're not just training your body, you're sending a clear message to your brain that says, I'm not done. I'm still here. I still want to move forward. Now that your legs, hips, and ankles have been gently reawakened, let's bring it all together with one last movement that improves your posture, strengthens your core, and supports your entire frame from the inside out. This final exercise is something that might surprise you, not because it's difficult, but because it's often overlooked. It's the simple act of shifting your weight. Yes, weight shifting. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, hands resting lightly on your hips or on the back of a chair for balance. Slowly shift your weight onto your right foot, gently lifting your left heel off the floor so that most of your weight is carried by the right leg. Then return to center and shift to the left. Do this slowly and mindfully, back and forth, for about a minute. What this does is train your body to make micro adjustments, those tiny corrections your muscles and joints naturally make to keep you upright. When you practice weight shifting, you're practicing stability in motion. This is the kind of control that prevents you from stumbling when you step off a curb or lose your balance while turning quickly. It teaches your body to recover quickly and smoothly. And now, let's not forget something equally vital to balance: your posture. A hunched back or rounded shoulders can pull your weight forward and throw off your entire center of gravity. But when your spine is tall and your chest is open, your body aligns naturally and balance becomes easier. So here's a quick daily posture reset you can try anytime, standing or sitting. Imagine there's a string at the top of your head, gently pulling you upward. Let your shoulders relax down and back. Take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel your body soften into this taller, more open posture. Even a few minutes a day of conscious upright posture helps strengthen the muscles that support your spine, neck, and core. It also boosts your energy and mood because when you stand tall, you feel stronger. Let's pause here for a moment and acknowledge something important. If you've reached your 70s or even 80s, you've already faced so many life changes, physically and emotionally. And the fact that you're watching this, the fact that you're interested in improving your balance, shows just how resilient and motivated you truly are. It takes courage to face these changes and say, I want better. I deserve better. You don't have to be perfect, and you certainly don't have to rush. This is your journey. Some days will feel easier than others. Some exercises may take time to feel comfortable. But what matters most is showing up. Your body hears you. It responds to consistency and care no matter your age. And here's what's beautiful. Improving your balance doesn't just help you stay upright. It improves everything else too. When your body is balanced, your confidence grows. You walk more freely. You enjoy more activities. You reconnect with the world around you. Things like going shopping, walking the dog, or simply standing while chatting with a neighbor become enjoyable again, not exhausting or risky. So let's quickly revisit the powerful movements you've learned today. Standing on one foot, heel-to-toe walking, side leg raises, marching in place, ankle circles, weight shifting. Each of these is a small act of self-care that, when practiced regularly, leads to strength, confidence, and freedom. There's no age limit to improvement. Your body might have slowed down, but it hasn't stopped working for you. And with just a few minutes a day, you're proving to yourself that you're still in charge, that you can restore the balance you've felt slipping, that you still have control over your future, one small, steady step at a time. Now, I want to hear from you. If you've tried any of these exercises, or if you've struggled with balance in your daily life, tell me about it in the comments. Your story could inspire someone else who's going through the same thing. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like. It helps us reach more amazing people like you who are determined to live healthier, safer, and more active lives after 70. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We're building a community of support, knowledge, and encouragement for seniors who refuse to settle for less. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel steady. And most of all, you deserve to enjoy your life fully and freely, without fear. So here's to you, to your courage, your strength, and your balance. Let's keep moving forward, one grounded, confident step at a time.